Welcome to the Preacher Plays Monster Hunter Wilds. Let's fire it up. This is episode 0. Yes, you can install it and run it. This is episode 0. Menus, just going through the settings. This is not gameplay. At least I hope not. We're going to find out in just a moment. But this is all about just firing it up for the first time. You get a chance to walk through it with me and see whatever it is I see. And I guess while I was doing this, I'm going to lean over and grab a cup of coffee. I just made a brand new pot. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. And it is the good stuff. And the screen is black. There we go. We get the cursor optimizing game data. Oh, good. And looky there, Burb Booper down there in the corner telling me have fun. I will have some fun. That is my plan. Compiling shaders to optimize PC performance. This is performed on initial launch or after a shader update. Please wait until the operation is complete. Folks, if there's one thing I've learned is that this can take a while. I'm going to hit pause and let it run its course. Okay, we are finally ready to continue. All right, let's do this. No save data exists. Creating a new save data file. Save data created. All right, we are English. Let's initialize our network. Oh, I kind of like the, what do you call that? The particle effects. Anyhow, country and region. I'm in the USA. Right here. Here we go. USA. Please enter your age. We're asking this for our internal operations regarding legal compliance. I have questions, but it's all right. It don't matter. Y'all can know I'm old, and that's just the way it is. And I'm not shy about it. There it is. Yeah, do the math if you want to. Yep, that's right. Data processing for analytical purposes. We're going to collect stuff. And we're going to sell it to the highest bidder. And you can't do a darn thing about it. I'll bet you that's what this says. Hold on, let me do a quick read. Purpose of use. Maybe combined with data collected from other games and used for analysis. Was sent to and stored on servers in Japan, managed by Capcom. Not mandatory. You can change your selection. You know what? Consent for data processing for analysis is not mandatory. You are free to choose whether you agree or disagree. Even if you choose not to agree, your gameplay will not be affected. Really? All right, now I'm a little bit curious about it, but I'm going to go ahead and agree. You can use my data. I really don't care. I'm all over the internet. Does anybody really have anything on me that isn't already freely available? You have agreed to accept data processing for analytical purposes. You can change this setting from the privacy section of the title menu. All right, we're going to check the connection, verify DLC. We got a Hope Charm and layered armor set Guild Knight. That's because of the beta that I took part in. Didn't get nearly enough. Monster Hunter World save data bonus. And an OBT online beta test. Yeah, thank you, bonus. Can be obtained via claim content at the support desk. All right, we'll deal with support desk stuff later. All right, we can finally do some setup. Controller button icon. And I am going to be using, let's see here. Oh, I should turn on my controller. Sorry, I had the mouse and keyboard set up because I was playing Terraria just a few minutes ago. And there we go. Now we can do this. Controller button icons. Type 1. BAY. That looks like what I'm using. Yeah, no, that looks exactly like what I'm using. So we're gonna leave it at that. Confirm button is A. I could use B. Reverse left and right mouse buttons. No. All right, let's go in. Your device uses SDR output. Adjust the SDR screen brightness settings accordingly. Adjust the lowest luminosity that your display can output to match the black depicted in game. Adjust while facing the screen head on until there's no difference in between the light and dark areas in the grid patterns. In other words, Adjust it down until there's no, okay, so I can see a grid. I can still see a grid. I can still see a grid. I can, maybe if I squint real hard, see a grid. So I guess we're going to 0. All right. The same thing until, okay, I can see a grid there. I can imagine that there's a grid there at 19, so we're going to 20. All right, there it is. Adjust the overall brightness of the screen until the symbol on the left is just barely visible. That doesn't, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Where was this? This was here at 10. I don't know how dark you want this to be. So I'm going to go with 7 because I don't know if I'd call it barely visible, but it's visible. Okay, confirm it. Audio mixing. We're definitely mixing for headphones because that's what I'm wearing. Lots of other options there. Look at all the options that they've got here. Sound bars and neck speakers. I need a neck speaker. Night mode. Speaker surround sound. Oh, I've got a bass. I got pretty good sound speakers set on my desktop, but other people in the house want to sleep sometimes, so I should let them do that. Headphones it is. Voice chat enables voice chat to transmit audio only when the assigned key is pressed. Keyboard only function. I think we're going to leave it as push to talk. Yeah, even though I'm not using keyboard, I think push to talk, and I'll set it up if I can for the space bar. Because I do plan on doing some joined up playing. Perhaps I will be able to play up with some of my friends. And if you'd like to join up, please go ahead and let me know. And you can drop in on me on Blue Lizard Jello's Discord server. I'll try to put a link in the comments below. Adjust the size of the HUD and the text to better fit your playing conditions. Desk or living room? What is that? I mean, desk. That's what we're doing. I don't want large. So desk it is. Color blindness assistance. Nope, don't need that. But I do know a blue lizard that could use that. Arachnophobia assistance. Listen, I'm not a fan of spiders, but I'm not changing them into something else. We're going to leave the spiders as spiders. Especially, what's the one? La ballerina, something like that. We'll see about that as the game goes on. Visual accessibility. Okay. Auditory accessibility. Oh, you know what? I can change the HUD. Hold on. Oh, how do I? Can I not go over there? Enable settings recommended for those who require auditory assistance, visual assistance, or to reduce motion sickness. You can select more than one as needed. Okay. Settings can be changed later. I would like to turn the HUD down just a little bit, but we'll see about that. Do I want speaker names in the cutscenes? Yeah. Motion sickness reduction. We're going to turn off motion blur 100%. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know if I want to mess with any of this on this screen. Enable the frame generation feature to smooth out screen rendering. Yes. Turned frame generation on. If this interferes with gameplay, turn it off under graphics in the option menu. Okay. And because I'm recording, I am using software called OBS, Open Broadcaster Software. I don't know what happened. Anyhow, and that does use some compute cycle. So, oh, I love it. That does use some compute cycle. So I won't be able to turn everything up to Ultra, even though I'm using a 7900 XTX video card. That should be able to handle everything on Ultra on the game, but because I'm recording, I'm not going to be able to do as much. So here we are, 10 minutes in, almost 9 minutes in, and we're just now getting to do the actual settings. Okay, so let's go to, not the gallery yet. There's nothing in the gallery, is there? We should look. This is all about the menus. No data. Okay, back up. Back up. There we go. I could go to the Steam store, but we're going to look at options. Actually, before I forget anything else, let's go to keyboard config and see about... I want to see, is push to talk on here? I'm just kind of scrolling through real fast. Camera control. No, I didn't see push to talk. Huh. Okay, well, I'm not going to be using, I don't think I'm going to be using mouse keyboard. Probably not. I've got a controller here. Let's go into options. Menu text size. You know, I kind of like getting rid of part of the, and well, if I'm in a menu though, I want to be able to read what's there. I might come back. I might come back to that one. Cutscene subtitles. We're absolutely going to display those. Subtitle text size. Let's leave that as default. That'll be good. Subtitle background. I don't think we need to have the little grayed out box background, even though that might make it easier to read in certain areas. I want to see if we can get by without it. Speaker names within the cutscenes. I mean, I kind of like having that because I don't remember names very well. I probably have some psychotic disorder that prevents me from knowing names. But anyhow, I just don't learn names easily at all. Speaker names outside of cutscenes. Where would I adjust whether speaker names are displayed in non-cutscene subtitles? I mean, let's leave that on. Closed captions. No, I don't think so. Tutorial. Yep, we're going to go full tutorial, even though I have... My first Monster Hunter game was Monster Hunter 3, also known as Monster Hunter Tri. And I've played almost all of them, except for what was the one that I didn't play? It was the one with Mitsutsume in it. So I didn't play that one. Was that or Ultimate? I'm not sure. But I didn't play that one. But Mitsutsume is coming up in Wilds. So repeat the tutorials every time the trigger conditions are met. I have questions about that. I might want to disable them, but I'm going to leave them on for right now. Saves photos to both your save data and hardware storage. Okay. That might be useful if I want to use a screeny that I take for a thumbnail. Controller vibration. Okay, but can I turn it down? No? Okay. Crossplay. Absolutely, yes. I want to be able to play with you if you're on PS5 or PC or Nintendo Switch or whatever it's on. Absolutely. Do not anonymize names. No, I want to know who you are. Yeah. I don't need that. Oh, I backed out. All right, so right button over. Standard mode for keyboard. The keyboard only controls chat functionality, recommended for players who use a controller for most actions and a keyboard for chat support. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, that's excellent. That is excellent. I am happy about that. Okay, scroll wheel. I'm not doing that. Type 1, we've already figured this out. Okay, move on to the next screen. Display. This is my primary display. It is not a fancy monitor by any means whatsoever. Borderless windows should be good. I'm playing 1440. Widescreen. Ultra-wide UI. You know, I've looked at a couple of those ultra-wide screens, but not only do I have to spend money on them, and I'm a cheapskate, but I don't know how many games would actually be able to take advantage of them like that. Frame rate cap. I am going to lock this in at 70 because my monitor can do 75 hertz, and so that gives me a little bit of room. We're going to definitely cap it. Cutscene frame rate. We're going to not worry about that. Allows you to separately set the background frame rate for when the game window is inactive. Well, that's not going to happen very often. HDR output. I don't think my monitor will actually do HDR. So I'm really not concerned about this one at all. Brightness we've already done. VSync. Okay, let's move on to the next screen. PC specs. Well, there you go. If you're curious what exactly it is that I am running, you can see it there on your right. AMD Ryzen 9 5950X. 64 gigs. And there's the rest of it. Anyhow, moving on. I am going to set Ultra, but then I'm probably going to adjust some things down, depending on how it all works. Frame generation is enabled. We're going to go for quality. Okay. Adjust the graphical quality used when upscaling. Do I want quality? Resolution and frame rate. I think I'm going to go for... Okay, normally I would go for quality because I'm really interested in having it look as good as possible. But because I'm also recording and because that places a burden on my computer, we're going for performance mode. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Let's back out. Upscaling sharpness is fine. Ray tracing currently off. I do have some ray tracing capacity on this computer, but oh, that does look good though. Oh, should we try it on low and just see? Why won't? Uh-oh, there we go. Well, we're gonna find out how that does. We're gonna try low. I want to see if low ray tracing does okay. Oh, and look at there. It shows you doesn't use the CPU at all, but it really does tear into your GPU and your VRAM. That's really cool how it shows you those three little boxes up top. Can I show you right here? It shows you how those can be affected based upon the choices that you're making. Oh, that's really cool. All right, texture quality, high. Absolutely. I didn't mean to back out. Let's go back down. Okay, texture quality, high. Texture filtering quality. I think we're going to leave it at that. It doesn't do a huge hit on the GPU. The mesh quality. Adjust the quality of polygon mesh for 3D models. I am actually going to drop this one down. And the reason for that is because of, in the cutscenes of the demo, I did see that sometimes characters disappeared. So I'm thinking that this might help that. Fur quality, we're going to go for high fur quality. I mean, what's the point if you can't enjoy the fur quality? Do any of those other scenes... This has pages 1, 2, and 3. So page 2, sky and clouds, high, right? How are we doing here? I'm not going to be looking at the sky a lot, so let's leave that at high instead of highest, right? I want to be able to make sure I can do everything. I like the grass. Free sway, yes. Wind simulation quality. All right, let's leave it at that. That's not going to do a huge impact on the GPU anyhow. Also, surface qualities, I really like that. Sand and snow work out nicely. So highest. Water effects, we want those. Rendering distance. Okay. Renders most objects, including those far away from the hunter. Renders the maximum number of objects regardless of the distance from the hunter. Okay. Because this uses the CPU and the VRAM more than the GPU, I'm going to leave this in place. Quality of shadow. I am willing for the shadows to be fuzzy as they are there. So that should give me just a little bit of savings on the GPU. Distant shadow quality. Quality of shadows far away from the hunter. You know, they don't have to be really good from far away, do they? I don't think they do. Right? Shadow distance. Adjust the distance from the hunter for which shadows are rendered by objects in the game. I mean, leave it far, but then you could turn it way down a little bit. Okay, so ambient light. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That is a big appearance thing for me. So adjust the rendering quality of light reflected off objects in the distance. Contact shadows. Yeah, we're going to do that. Ambient occlusion. Adjust the quality of shadows in areas where light is obstructed. Oh, that really seems... okay, so you can see, if you look at the picture there, look at the second set of bags, and you can kind of see what's happening with the shadows there from the rope onto the bags. That's really minor. I'm going to leave it at medium. Bloom. Okay, yes. I'm leaving bloom on high because this just makes the sun look bad, right? So we're going to leave that on. Motion blur, not a fan anyhow. Yuck. Makes everything blurry when you spin the camera. And you spin the camera a lot in this game, and I'm not doing that. That just looks gross. Vignette effect. Allow the brightness around the center of the screen to be enhanced in order to darken the edges. I'm going to say no. Simply because I don't think it'll look as good on my computer. Quadruple S scattering. Screen space separable subsurface scattering. Huh. Okay, so that like light going underneath the skin and reflecting off underneath the skin. That's kind of the idea there. You can see what happens if you look at the left of the nose. You can see what's happening there. We're going to leave it on. It's very minor GPU impact, so not too bad. Depth of field. Adjust weather to vary the focus clarity of objects based on distance. I actually don't like depth of field that much. Volumetric fog, I kind of want it to be high quality. Also, variable rate shading. Reduces the effect and shader rendering load by processing pixel shaders less evenly. Okay, so you can see the fireflies get fuzzy. I'm content leaving that at balanced. Right? Let's leave it at balanced. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, sound is always a big one for me. And you know, my typical way of thinking through this is, yes, I'm going through the speakers. 3D audio is, I guess, disabled. I don't mean it to be. Why is it? I find SC3. That is the control board I use for my microphone and my speakers. It's not high quality, but it is what it is. Master volume does not affect voice chat. Okay. Voice volume. I want voices when I'm talking to somebody to be readily understood. Sending auto shoutouts. Okay, we'll leave that down. Receiving. We'll leave that at 80. Background music. I'm going to pull down the background music a little bit because it can get overwhelming. Even though I love the background music, except for when you're fighting. Oh gosh, I was thinking Giganox, but what's the other one that doesn't have background music either? Giganox was in Monster Hunter Cry, but okay, Kuzu? I don't know. Anyhow, you know what I'm thinking of, and right now my brain won't do it. Sound effect volume. Yeah, we're gonna leave it like that. I think that's pretty good. Headphones, mono. I don't know. I kind of like the stereo because you can hear the direction of things. Yeah. All right. Push to talk. Yep, that's where we're at. Voice chat volume. We're going to leave that at... I'm going to leave that at 85 if I use it. Auto toggle. All right. Automatically switches to quest member voice chat when starting a quest and link member voice chat when returning from a quest. Okay, I can live with that. Yeah, let's do that. Feline language. English. Yeah, I don't want to hear the meowing, and I hate cats. Anyhow, sorry, I know you cat lovers. Please don't kill me, but I'm allergic to cats. They put me in the hospital. I am that allergic. I don't like them. Play voice audio when inactive. Play voice audio even when the game window is inactive. Oh, that's not relevant to me. I'm not going to be turning it on and leaving it. Play background music when inactive. Same? Okay. So we can move on to the next screen. Color blindness, no. Arachnophobia, no. Visual accessibility. What do we have? This is where we can get in here. Health gauge. Dynamic or fixed? Oh, I might like dynamic, but let's leave it like it is. Auditory. Okay. Motion sickness. Auto centering. Motion blur is off. Okay. Camera shake is down to almost 0. It's 1 rather, and that's plenty good. I hate camera shake. Unless it's, you know what? Do I want to? Nah. I'm gonna leave it. Automatic setting. Adjust settings to match your gaming environment. My friends, I don't think you know what my gaming environment is. So, why is the submenu? Desk or living? Oh, okay. We've been there. Let's move on. Text and voice are English, right? Yep. Are we almost done here? Oh yeah, we are done. I've gone around full circle, haven't I? Okay, cool. Well, you know what that means? That means we've done everything we can in the menus, and I'm ready to actually start the game. But that's not what happens here. That's what happens next in episode 1. So, I've already created my character in the beta, and I think I'm supposed to be able to bring it in. So, hope I can, and if not, we'll all find out together. But for right now, thank you for joining me on this journey through the menus. If you've got some suggestions to make of maybe some graphical settings to turn up or to turn down, please let me know what you think. Put some stuff down in the comments below, and I will see you the next time.